Good Sunday, everyone. Khambrel, Marshall, KPRC2 meteorologist. Once again, we have a heat advisory in place. We knew it was coming either today or tomorrow, and it is today, as the Saharan dust, which has been a partner of ours all week long, is gradually moving out. The thing about that dust is, while it makes for pretty sunrises and sunsets, the dust is not necessarily great for us. And what it does to the atmosphere is kind of tends to dry it out a little bit. And so it helps to keep the atmosphere below a threshold that would require a heat advisory that feels like temperature or the heat index up to 108 degrees. But that has changed now. And as a result, as that Saharan dust starts to move on out, look at the broad area that the heat advisory is encompassing. All of the Gulf Coast states involved in a heat advisory, all of them. And the panhandle area of Florida is under the excessive heat warning. This advisory for us means that all of our region is going to perhaps get up to 108 in the feels like category. Dallas, by the way, is forecast for today is 104. So they are much hotter than we are. Air quality is sticking around, a little bit of an issue. Saharan dust is still lingering a bit. As a result of all that, we have moderate air quality today as a result of all that. It's going to be changing. But we're tracking and watching always. It's heat advisory back, dangerously hot week ahead, and no relief from rain, I'm afraid. Today's normal high is about 96 degrees, close to record territory at Bush and Hobby Airport, where the record's 102 at Bush and 101 at Hobby. Not in range in Galveston, but those temperatures are an example of what we're dealing with here. Record territory. Here's Storm Tracker 2 radar. I just want to show you that it's working because it's not going to have much to do today. Here's the deal. We've got this high pressure in the Gulf. High pressure. That's good news. High pressure. The rotation around that high is helping to bring in that moisture along the surface. You pull in and you see the broader picture here, and a lot of that moist air works its way up toward where you see the stationary boundaries are concerned. And that's where that drier air and some of the air from the northern hemisphere is coming in. So that's where we have the storms that are going to be developing. I'll show you that in the severe threat coming up in a bit. But here's where the high pressure is, right over the Four Corners area, a little bit to the east of the Four Corners of the area. And the air that flows around that, the storms stay well to the north of that high and flow down where they are now, like in the northern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and right along Tennessee. But we have high pressure down in the Gulf that helps to kind of funnel in from the north as well. So that pressure is working. In the meantime, we have this influence where you see the red area. That's that sinking air, and that's what heats us up. That high is going to be sliding over to the east, but in the meantime, this is the area, the severe storm threat today. And we put the map into play, and we can show that where we are, we see almost nothing. Storms are going to be chancy to the north where that area of severe is, but for us, not much. Here are the future track temps. Today going up to about 2 o'clock, 99, 100 degrees will be prevalent throughout the area. And you know what happens overnight? We cool down just a little bit, go down to 78. Our low this morning was 78, by the way. And by tomorrow afternoon, we go back up to 102, 103 downtown. Some models do want to have 103 for tomorrow. I'm going with 102, which is warm enough, don't you think? That's what we're looking ahead to. Rain chances the next several days? Yeah, I don't really see much in the way of rain. You may get a sprinkle. If you do, you may as well go buy a lottery ticket because you're one of the lucky few. In the meantime, the next 7 days, high temperatures are all eye-opening and attention-grabbing temperatures to be reckoned with. So keep that in mind as you make your plans. Today, we're still talking about reaching 100 degrees around 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Be ready. A slight rain chance. Yeah, very, very, very slight. And over the next 10 days, that tells a story. Dangerously high temperatures throughout the week. Today and tomorrow, today really is the best day to get some of the records. 104 on Wednesday, 105 on Thursday, 109 and 108 Friday and Saturday next week. We're not in range of those records, but today and tomorrow, absolutely, we do have a chance to maybe get one of those records. So the rule of thumb is drink that water, stay hydrated as much as you possibly can. If you have a pet, walk them in the morning or afternoons. Keep them off the pavement because you have shoes on, they just have the pads of their feet. And so if it's too hot for your hand to stay on the pavement for 7 seconds, it's too hot for your puppy. And don't under any circumstances get out of your car before you make sure nothing is inside that you value. You know what I mean? Have a great day. Justin Stapleton in for your pleasure this afternoon.